All right, 22.5 milligrams is what we got when we put that in. How many hours will it take for there to be only 5 milligrams? So you can do this a couple of ways. You can graph our function, 25 times 0.9 to the x, and you can do Control T. Or you could do NSolve, which is menu 3,1, and you want only 5, so this is your f of x, and you could do 5 equals 25 times 0.9 to the x, and then you could do your comma x. So I'm going to show you both of those methods. I'm already in calculator, so I'll show you that first one. So menu 3,1, and when we do that, we can put 5 equals 25 parentheses 0.9 close parentheses to the x, and then you're going to have to make sure you come out of that exponent by using your right arrow, comma x, and it says 15.2755. Now, if you wanted to use your graph, you could say 25 parentheses 0.9 to the x. Doesn't matter that we can't see it. Control T. And I'm looking for where this is 5. So I'm going to go down, down, down. All right, is less than 5. So at 15, it's 5.1. At 16, it's at 4.6, which 15.27 is between there. So we would choose C between 15 and 16. Kaylee deposited $14.50. This is going to be your A, and it earns 2.5% interest. So remember, we're going to go 1, 2. So 1 plus 0, 2, 5 is going to be your B. So 1450, when we add this here, 1.025 to the x power, or they gave us a t. So this one is not going to work because it doesn't have the amount added in already. This one will. There's a 0 missing here, and they didn't even convert this to a decimal. So it's going to be B. On this one, again, you're going to need to use your list and spreadsheets. Make sure you don't type over the one you already had. Just start a new one. Make sure you label your X and your Y. Make sure, again, go back to the top. I didn't do that on the first one. 10161231302814. So remember, we're going to go to C1, menu 4.1, and again, this is exponential, so we're going to choose A, X and Y, enter, enter, and here is our regression. So we could write f of x, 919577 times, and then our b value is 1.17 to the x. So we know it's not this one. This one doesn't even make sense. This one, the x is in the wrong spot. So now we're down to these two, and it has to be D. All right, this one's a little trickier. You're going to have to think backwards, think about what we've done to solve equations, because it gives us our percent, which we know is 0.025 as a decimal. It gives us after our years, so this is going to be our x, and there tells you what it is worth. So this is our f of x. How much did she initially invest? So we need to find A. So when we set up our equation, remember it's f of x, a, b to the x power. So we have 640. We don't know A. Remember, it is growing because we're investing money. So 1.025 because it's what she had originally plus this interest. And then we have the 6. So you're going to want to use NSolve here. And then you're going to need to say you can use A or X or whatever letter you would prefer. So menu 3.1, 640 is equal to A, parentheses, 1.025 was my B, close parentheses, caret, 6, arrow out of that with the right arrow, otherwise you're going to be stuck in exponent land, comma, A. And I have too many parentheses. Sometimes it'll add an extra parentheses. I'm not really sure why. So I'm going to copy this. And we have too many here. We don't need this one in front of the A. So we have it around the whole thing and around our B. And it still doesn't like it. I did this to me the other day. Let's not put a parentheses around our B and see if that works. So menu 3.1, 640 is equal to A times 1.0125 to the 6. Let's try that. That may help eliminate that issue, comma A. There we go. So her initial investment was $571.87, which is answer B. Then we have some sequences. This is talking about the recursive formula. So remember, on the recursive formula, we have A sub 1, and then we have A sub n is equal to R times A to the n minus 1. So really, we know this is A sub 1. They're not writing that. They want you to write this piece. So you need to find that common ratio. So 2 times what is 6? So 3. 6 times 3 is 18. So this is your R value. And remember, this is multiplying, so it can't be adding. They put the 2 here, but this is our A sub 1. If it's recursive, we're not going to write that. We need to put C, only showing our R value. On the back, we have 2 more sequences. This is just asking, first of all, remember geometric is multiply, divide. Arithmetic is add, subtract. So you need to look at this and decide, well, it looks like this is multiplying by 2. So this is not an arithmetic sequence. And we just said it was multiplying by 2. So A, this right here is your A sub 1. They're trying to trick you. And then this last one, they remember our recursive A sub, or our explicit A sub 1 times R to the n minus 1. So here's our A sub 1. So I'm going to write my own formula, 1.3. And then I need to figure out my R. Well, how do I go from 1.3 to 5.2? Well, I know it's arithmetic based on these answers, or geometric, I apologize. So 5.2 divided by 1.3. There's my common ratio. It is 4 to the n minus 1. So it can't be A and it can't be C because it's a sequence. So you got to have that n minus 1 piece. So it has to be B. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.